Before we jump into today's video, I want to give a quick shout out to our channel sponsor, Many Realms. If you're looking for Magic the Gathering and Magic the Gathering related supplies, be sure to check out ManyRealms.com. I'll post a link to their website in the video description, so be sure to go check them out. What is up, everybody? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG. Today feels like as good a day as any to do some surveil land hunting. We're going to have a little MKM collector box battle. Most of you are familiar with how this works, but for those of you who are not, how this thing works is we have 4 participants. We're going to crack this thing open. Each one of them is going to get 3 packs. We're going to open those packs in rounds of 3, adding up the mana values for all the rares and all the mythics. And at the end of this thing, with the person with the highest total mana value and the person with the lowest total mana value amongst rares and mythics are each going to get 1 Edge of Eternity's collector pack to go along with their other spoils. In the event of a tie, we will take the highest mana value mythic as the first tiebreaker, the highest mana value rare as the second tiebreaker, and if we need a third tiebreaker, maybe we'll have like a... Whoa, pack's pretty crunched. Maybe we'll have some sort of hiding contest, perhaps a jousting contest to determine the winner, or we will simply go down the line with the highest mana value rare until we have a tie, no more. Okay. MKM, been pretty good to us. I know it's not the most popular set. We got 3 for future. But overall, on this channel, we've had some pretty good success with it. 3 for David F. We hope to keep that trend going today. 3 for Unholy Ram. And 3 for Fop. All right, good luck, everyone. Let's have some fun. Pull some bunch of surveils. Maybe some good mythics in there, too. There's a couple. There's a few. The enticing part about MKM is that you have the entire cycle of surveil lands in them. So these boxes do tend to have like a pretty good amount on average, like, you know, right around the 5 to 6 range, sometimes in the 7. And that's kind of what we're shooting for here. All right, we start off with an extended art foil cryptic coat. First myth, oh, right off the rip. There we go. Delny. Talk about some mythics that you want. Delny is definitely one of them. In that dossier treatment, if you will. Delny is a very good card that is also a 3 for mana value. We will sleeve that up in just a moment. Experiment 12 as the commander slot card, and a Cryptex extended art, followed by a Fugitive Codebreaker in the pack foil version. And there's actually some good uncommons in this set, some really good uncommons in this set as well. But that's not really the focus today, is it? All right, future, good start. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 14. Let me run back. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 it is. All right. Would not mind seeing a double Delny box, that's for sure. David. I'm shredding these packs today. That's what's going on there. Okay. Here we go. We got another mythic. We like mythics. Undergrowth Recon, extended art foil, Undergrowth Recon. Not going to be one of the more highly sought after mythics, but I actually really like this card. Doesn't see any play, so I don't know. It's just a pet card for me, but it's cool. That is a 3. First surveil land, though. That's popping up. Elegant Parlor in the borderless non-foil. Still our first of the surveils. We don't shy away from those. Detective of the Month. Okay, all right. And Pyrotechnic Performer in the extended art, non-foil, followed by an Incinerator of the Guilty pack foil, another mythic. Pretty good pack there. Aftermath Analyst, there's one of those good uncommons. Okay. Do some sleeving here real quick. So an Incinerator of the Guilty, extended art foil, Undergrowth Recon, and a borderless Elegant Parlor. Not bad, David. Not bad. 6, 9, 11, also 14. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus 6, 14 it is. Okay. Unholy Ram. So far, a Delny, an Undergrowth Recon, Incinerator, and 1 surveil land. What we really want to see is borderless foil surveil lands. Those actually have a pretty healthy premium on them. Asking you shall receive. Borderless foil hedge maze. Not bad, Ram. Congrats on that. Nice little pull. Like, there's really no... Yes, some of, like, the Undercity Sewers or whatever it is, the blue-black one is definitely the most valuable. But there's kind of really, like, There's no bad ones, right? You don't. There's no like, oh gosh, that was a terrible one. Like they're all good. They all see play in multiple formats. Extended art for, excuse me, borderless foil hedge maze. Solid start there. Kylox Visionary Inventor. That is a 7 for mana value. Hello. Mob Verdict has a 4. Prof's Eidetic Memory, a card that is also climbing in value, sees a pretty good amount of play in Standard, actually. And a Case of the Uneaten Feast. Not something I would ever bank on, but there are technically serial numbered cards in MKM as well. There's a few of them. I think they're numbered to like 250. So they are not... They exist. I'll say that much. I would never count on pulling one, but they exist. In theory. 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that also 14? 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 7. That is also 14. All right, Fop. Good news for you. After this pack, unless you also have exactly a 14, you will definitively be in either the high or the low heading into round 2. So far, we have 14, 14, and 14. Gonna make my life interesting today. I can see this. Okay, and the good news is the super scrunched pack appears to be in good shape as far as the cards within. Start off with a Forensic Gadgeteer in that dossier treatment. That showcase foil, that's a 3. Followed by a Lazav, Wearer of Faces, that's a 2. Mythic. Oh, it's a Commander Mythic. Morska Undersea Sleuth. I actually almost forgot. Like, I don't pull a lot of the borderless foil commanders that extend our commanders. That's kind of cool. All right. It's a 3. How about another Mythic? It is another appearance of Undergrowth Recon, this time in the extended art non-foil. And then a Kranko's Buzz Crusher as the pack foil rare. Lightning Helix. What a world we live in where Lightning Helix in Standard sees like fringe play. Like doesn't even make the cut in a lot of burn decks as like a 4 of. Crazy, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 3, 4, 5, 9, 12, 15 it is. Okay. Fop, you're dominating the high. Future 14, David 14, Unholy Ram 14, Fop 15. All right, round 2 we go. Good box so far though, huh? Couple Surveil lands, Delny. We should also see 1 Invisible Ink Mythic per box. Like Living the Dream is like Delny. Vein Ripper is a really good one. It's kind of about it. There might be one more I'm thinking of. Rakdos. But in theory, we should have one. They average about 1 per box. Okay. Agris cost Spirit of Justice and that dossier showcase foil treatment. The good news is that is not our Invisible Ink one. Agros is not one of the more valuable mythics. Again, you know, the draw of the set isn't really... Like, you have some good top-end mythics, but it's not really the draw of the set. That is a 4. Followed by a Wojek Investigator. That is a 3. Veiled Ascension, a 4 from that commander slot. Outrageous Robbery, Extender, that's 2. And a Relive the Past, which is a big old beefy 7. Alright, we will sleeve up Agris Kos. Okay, here we go. Future, this felt like a high mana value pack. Let's see. 4 plus 7, that's 11. 12, 13, 17... 20, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 16, 20 it is. Yep. Puts you at a 34. Finally a little separation in there. All right, David, we are back to you. Start off a Wojek Investigator Showcase foil. Followed by an Analyze the Pollen in that borderless. That is a 1. I guess, I don't know if that's Showcase. I think it's technically Showcase as well. Eye of the Dusk Mantle. That is also a 7 out of the commander slot. 10th District Hero. That is a 2. And an Ill-Timed Explosion. Does see a little bit of standard play. That is a 4. Makeshift Binding. Murder. Greenbelt Radical. Yeah. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 13, 14... 17? 3, 4, 11, 12, 13. 17 it is. That will put you at a 31. Notably, we are on a little bit of a cold streak with no surveil lands. Far too many packs in a row without one. Let's break that trend. Ram, we're back to you. You have a 14 right now. David and Future, 34 and 31 respectively. That is Vanifar Evolved Enigma. Boy, another showcase foil out of that slot. And again, that non-invisible ink. That's not common. Very interesting. That is a 4. Followed by Teysa, Opulent Oligarch. Really like the frame on this. Beautiful. That is a 3 for mana value. Sophia, Dogged Detective. Oh, another one of the Mythics, the commanders. Okay, all right. That's a 4. Unyielding Gatekeeper. That's a 2. And an Outrageous Robbery again as a pack foil. Deduce. One of these packs is going to be like 2 or 3 surveil lands in it. That seems more likely it's going to be a case at this point, and somebody will then have their battle completely thrown off by a very low pack or win the battle off a very low pack. 4, 8, 10, 11, 12, 15, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15 it is. All right, that puts you at a 29. Fop, you had the high after round with an astoundingly high 15 because everyone else had a 14. How will you follow that up? Niv Mizzet Guild Pack. That's Wooburg, so that's a 5. Actually, I really do like the art on that. Even if I don't love the frame per se, really cool art on that, in that centerpiece. There we go. Shadowy Backstreet. That's our third, what am I calling them? Surveil land of the box. Really, really nice. Also, again, all of them see play. All of them. Take the Bait. That's a 4. Into Drag the Canal as the extended art. And a Yaris Roar of the Old Gods, which is a 4. Okay. I'll sleep up the Backstreet. 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 15 it is. Sure, why not? Oh boy. High and the low. All right. Very little separation here. So heading into the last round, we have Future in the high with a 35, David with a 31, Ram in the low technically with a 29, and Fop with a 30. This should be interesting. Also kind of hoping / expecting at least a couple surveil lands. Let's find out. Also, we have not seen an appearance of Invisible Ink yet. Future, you have the high. You were going to start off with, oh, that's going to do it. Yeah, that'll work out really well. So that is one of the Invisible Inks, and it is also the Pride of the Whole Clade, which is an 11 mana value mythic. You can try to show it off. You can kind of see some of some of the inking in there. You can kind of see it. There we go. Yeah, there you go. That's an 11. There's an Invisible Ink. Not going to be one of the more sought after, but nonetheless, cool mythic. And if you're pushing for the high like you are, kind of the perfect mythic for you at this moment. Next up, we have the Borderless Kellen Inquisitive Prodigy. That is a 4. Foreboding Steamboat, which is a 5. This is quite a pack. Assassin's Trophy in the extended art. And an Assemble the Players as the pack foil rare in the back. Insidious Roots, very, very nice uncommon. That is going to do it there. Let me sleeve up the whole clade real quick. Oh boy. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 24. Feels like it's going to get it done. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 24. That makes for a 58, which I believe all but locks it up for you for the high future. With that in mind, David, Ram, and Fop, you are all within 2 mana value of each other, 31, 29, and 30 respectively. Who will capture the most surveils in their final pack to also help bring home the low. Starting off with a Blood Spatter Analysis Extended Art Foil. That's a 2. Into Yaris Roar of the Old Gods in that showcase treatment. That's a 4. Knowledge is Power in the commander slot. That is a 5. And Hide in Plain Sight, a 4. And Unyielding Gatekeeper, a 2. No surveillance. We're only at 3 in this box. That is really low. Really low. 2, 6, 11, 15, 17. 2, 6, 11, 15, 17 it is. David, that brings you to a 48. Seems unlikely to be good for the low, but stranger things have happened. Unholy Ram, you are at 29. Technically in the low right now. Albeit by 1 mana value. Technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. Starting off with a Lamplight Phoenix. That's extended art. It's foil. That's 3. Mythic is Alquest Proft Master Sleuth. That is a 3. Otherworldly Escort. Actually, I do like this card. I think this card's quite good. That's a 4. Lost in the Maze, a 2. And it is another Surveil land. That is a Lush Portico. So, finally, another Surveil land. Boy, we had quite a drought there. And we have Proft as well. The question is, will that Surveil land bring home the low for you? 2, 6, 9, 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12. Yep. Brings you to a 41, officially eliminating David along the way, putting you in the low. Flop, how this works. You are 11 below Ram right now for the low. So 10 or less brings home the low. 12 takes you out. 11 exactly. We go to tiebreakers, at which point I have no idea what Mythic counts look like. Here we go. You start off with a Mythic. It is an Incinerator. We have a lot of Mythics in this box. I will say that. A lot of Mythic count. Mythic count seemed really high. That is a 6 mana value. Kind of not what you wanted to see there. But a foil showcase. Is that a third foil showcase in this Mythic in this spot? I think it is. Weird. That is a 6. Followed by an Intrude on the Mind. Another Mythic, this time in that borderless treatment. Intrude's kind of cool. That is a 5 for mana value. So you're at 11 already. And Prisoner's Dilemma, that is a 15. You are officially out of the low. Doppelgang, cool card. And a Lost in the Maze. The weird part of this box is going to be that I think we ended on only 4 Surveil lands, which is definitely below average. All right, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20. Oh, we had Intrude. It's also a Mythic. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, and 20. Sure. Put you at a 50. So, final standings here. Had a lot of Mythics. Unfortunately, not like the set that you want to necessarily see a ton of Mythics out of. And I think it was kind of our trade-off in this box. Future in the high with a 58. David with a 48. Ram in the low with a 41. And Flop finished with a 50. Yeah, I was going to say, like, probably one of our more ho-hum MKM boxes. Just because the Surveil count was low. Like, typically we're used to playing in that, like, 5 to 7 range per box. 4 is certainly on the low side. Delny does help a little bit. We also didn't see like a special guest. That's missing. So yeah, I would say this is probably one of our more ho-hum MKM boxes, unfortunately. But let us see what Edge of Eternities has to offer us. Ram, you have the low, you have the honors. Oh, going from pull tab to the most difficult pack on the planet to open. There we go. All right, we start off with a Galaxy Foil Plains into Sunstar Chaplain, Surge Conductor, Mythic Evendo, Borderless Mythic, nice. That is excellent. That is really good. Borderless Evendo, very nice. Congrats on that. Stellar Sights is a shambling event. And we conclude with, oh my god, get out of town. Ram, kind of crushed it, my friend. That is a Galaxy Foil breeding pool. So a borderless Evendo and a Galaxy Foil breeding pool in the prize packs. Man, sometimes prize packs are the prize. That's a thing. Congrats on that. Beautiful. Well, there you go. Future. Oh boy. Edge of Eternities. Quite a set. All right. Little mountain action. That is a Galaxy Foil mountain, by the way. All right. Consult the star charts. Pretty good rare. Sees a ton of play. Horizon Explorer. Another Sunstar Chaplain, because why not? Stellar Sights is a Creeping Tar Pit. And we conclude with a, Thrumming Hive Pool. All right, cool. Extended Art Foil Thrumming Hive Pool, not the worst place to be, along with the Consult the Star Charts. There we go. All right, yeah, not quite Galaxy Foil Breeding Pool level, but not a total bummer either. Well, that is going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me, hit the like button for me, and by all means, drop me some comments. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much, everybody, and be well.